Hi, and welcome back to LearnVisualFoxPro.com. In this video, I'm going to do a quick demonstration of essentially how to use related tables in a report. A friend of mine, Kevin Cloud, sent and asked a question how to essentially have two tables used to print an invoice. So I've gone ahead and created two tables. Kevin, I hope these two represent what you're trying to do. In principle, they will. So you essentially have two tables. We call one the invoice table with invoice number, description, quantity, and then there is a foreign key called price ID that links into a price lookup table. So let's open this. And the price lookup table, all we have right now, and I mean this table could have any other additional information that you may want to have as a part of the lookup. So each price has a unique ID, and then the invoice table links, instead of having the price directly, we just simply make a reference to the price lookup table by the ID. So book 1 has price ID number 3, so that item costs $55. Item the T-shirt book ID, price ID 1, so the price would be $25 and so forth. So what we can do is just set up a relationship right here. We'll go to the invoice table. I click on relations, and of course I would need an ID there, an index on the ID column in the price lookup, because it's the key field in the price lookup table. And so we'll set that to OK, and then I'll tell the relation to link it using the price ID. So any matching ID in the price ID column should cause a seek or a search in the price lookup table. Okay, so once I click over here, we should see a demonstration of this. So as I navigate and go down, you can see that price ID is 3 here, and it has found record 3. It only shows that one record. Okay, so as I scroll down the list, price ID 1 moves the record pointer to the first record in the price lookup table, and so forth. So once we have this relationship set up, and we can see how to do that from the command window, it's set relation to the foreign key, which is price ID in the invoice table, into the reference table, which is price lookup. And they have additive here just in case you have any other relationship based from the invoice table that you want to keep as well. The additive is to preserve any previous relations set up. Okay, so what we do once we have this configured, we simply go ahead, and I'll leave them up for now, and we just say create report, and I'll call this invoice RPT. And given it's a simple report, I'm just going to use the quick reports tool. And go quick reports, I'll just add the alias. I won't add the table to the data environment, and click OK. And so I get the because the last table selected was the invoice table, the report of course pulls in the columns from that table, which is exactly what we want. So I can move this down a little bit. I'm not going to spend too much time decorating this, as the purpose is to demonstrate setting up a relation. So invoice, and we can put a number here if we want the invoice number. In fact, the invoice number is shown here. So I'll take this and drag it over here, and so we'll just have I'll move quantity over here. And what we have here is a price ID. So if we browse this right now, if we view the invoice, so the invoice number, and again you can format that, we can see quantity, which is from the invoice showing how many they want to purchase: 2 books, 3 T-shirts, 1 monitor, 4 hard drives, and then the price, of course, is in the lookup table based on the price ID, and that we don't want to show in our invoice, so we're going to take that out. So we're going to change this to say unit cost, unit cost. Again, that's description. You can spell that out if we description. Trying to make it look as much like an invoice as possible. Okay, so we have, let's take these guys down a little, across. And so what we want to do, I double click on, I had both of them highlighted, so Visual FoxPro shows me both, and actually I want to deal with this one. So let's cancel out of that just in case I confused you. Because I had both highlighted, I just click off and double click on price just to get that one up. And so this is referencing the invoice.priceID field, which I don't want. Given that I have a relationship already set up in the default data session, I can simply go in here and change that and say, go to the price lookup table, and then from here I double click and select price lookup dot price. So I want the price there, which is a unit price, and that's fine. And so then I want to add another column, which will be based on the quantity times the price. That will give me the total price. So I'll click here, and again from the invoice I take the quantity, put a star to multiply, go to the price lookup table. Remember, these tables are already related, so it's just a matter of selecting the fields you want. So invoice quantity times price lookup price. Okay, and we click, let's format this to be numeric currency. Let's put some commas in here. So I want to round it off to 2 decimal places. So we'll click OK. Price itself should be numeric. Okay, so that's fine. Okay, and then we copy this. Sorry about that. I'm not sure if you heard the phone ring. I forgot to turn it off. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so we wanted to edit this to say total cost. And I think we're good. So let's save and preview. And so there we go. So all we need to do is format the unit price so it doesn't wrap around so much, and we should be good to go. Okay, so I double click here, and I just need to put some formatting in there. So unit, make it about 3, and click save and preview, and there we have it. So all this quantity description is taken from the invoice table. The unit cost, actually this is wrong, I need to format this better. Unit cost is taken from the price lookup table, and the total cost is a calculated field. Okay, so let's format this a little better. And okay, so if you wanted this to look more like an invoice, let me just drag this down. Okay, so I got an error here, and I can't see what the problem is. Alright, so that looks fine. Let's preview that. Okay. Alright, so again, I'm not going to spend too much time. I'm already getting carried away as it is. Let's just put this here, And we'll have invoice in a nice big font. Let's use this guy. 16 bold. Okay. Okay, save, preview. And so there you have it, invoice, and a few little things are off here, but I mean, what we've done is pretty, I hope, is pretty clear. We established a relationship between the two tables prior to creating the report, the main table, invoice, and then the price lookup table, or it could be an items detail table where we have multiple items that we wanted to list. It would be done in the same fashion, and you just simply reference the fields in your report using the full qualified field name, so table name dot field name, and so forth. Okay. All right. So save that, and we'll end this video.